So Rio Ferdinand actually fueled some rumours. It wasn't just rumours because there was a lot of backup to it. There has been backup to it. Manchester United fans are frothing at the mouth at the thought of a Gareth Bale and Antoine Griezmann-led front three next year. Oh my goodness. All right, but before we get into that, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Who's the fourth?
To anyone. If you don't win with that, come on, Jesus Christ. But there is some substance to it because it's been rumoured that Gareth Bale is looking for a move out in the summer. I don't buy it.
Back to Tottenham.
No. But Chelsea are apparently circling the pond as well, along with another player that they're looking into, which is a little bit surprising because there was a lot of big names talked about this guy. So this is the infamous Carrasco, right? And now, if you haven't been watching La Liga, you'll probably remember him as the guy that made out with his girlfriend after scoring in the Champions League final. Run the image of that.
Dope.
Best celebration ever, no doubt. Like if you don't get laid, even though they lost, if you don't get laid that night, there's a problem. There's a severe problem.
It's not better than the guy who, I probably shouldn't endorse this, so I'm not going to. So it's just not better than the dead fish.
I don't know, man.
It's not
dead
better.
Dead fish is cool for like 2 seconds.
It's not better than the dead fish.
Is dead fish going to get you laid, Jason?
Yeah, definitely.
By who? A salmon?
They'll be like, we're going to help him swim upstream. We're going to get you to the bear. Carrasco could move, I think, based on one stipulation. No Simeone at Atletico Madrid next year.
You don't think so?
I think, no, if there is no Simeone, therefore Carrasco will go. Feasible. According to Atletico Madrid's accountant, which you should really take with a grain of salt given the fact that Real Madrid and Barcelona seem to evade their taxes and all their accountants, they said their finances are in order, as in they can keep Carrasco. They don't need to sell him to make some cash to, I guess, balance the checkbook. Granted, I'm saying all these things, but we're talking about effing world football transfers. There's no balance to these checkbooks.
Not at all. Not at all.
But, I mean, I think is it feasible?
Of course it is, especially in La Liga, because as we know, they have minimum fee release clauses. Carrasco's minimum fee release clause, I believe, is an eye-watering 85 million. Pennies to Chelsea. They'll spend that. As much as whether he's worth it or not, that's a different conversation. He's only got, 6 goals this season. He's a useful player.
You don't sign him for goals. Possession.
No. He's past completion. He played, the Sun ran this. I can't believe I'm using the Sun. Jesus Christ.
You like the Sun?
God help. No, we don't. We hate the Sun.
What was your interview
hate
in?
The Sun. The Herald. But he is more of a playmaking midfielder in an attacking sense. 23 years of age. He's young, right? And he's obviously shown talent enough, but he just penned a new contract with Atletico Madrid. So he'd have to, I'm sure if they wanted to sway him away, they'd have to pay some sort of release clause to get him out there.
What's a successful take-on?
Successful take-ons mean like how many times you get by someone in comparison to how many times you take them on.
They need better statistics.
They need better stats. I'm not that good.
Take-ons.
I don't think this would be as good of a signing if Chelsea were to battle it out for Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, to me, is going to go to an Adidas club. There's the statement of the year already. I think that I do think, in my own way.
Looks good in the shirt.
Because he's an Adidas sponsor. He's sponsored by Adidas, and they want to partner those players.
So
Manchester United and Chelsea are sponsored by Adidas. Pogba's transfer is basically Adidas were one of the ones that were pushing for this in the back burner and were able to make a ridiculous amount of money and were helping fund that big money transfer because Pogba, an Adidas ambassador, went to new Adidas sponsors of Manchester United, and they're able to make that money back in no time. And they have an ambassador playing for arguably the biggest club in the world. And I think Gareth Bale would fall along the same suit. I may be completely crazy, controversial in my conspiracy theorist in my head, but I think that Gareth Bale is going to go to either a Chelsea or a Manchester United because they're sponsored by Adidas.
I wouldn't go to Chelsea next year because they won't be good next year. They'll be good in 2 years, every other year team.
But this is before Antonio Conte.
But that's true. It's before Antonio Conte, but I've got to be honest, man. Like, it's a 50-50 shot because a non-confident or an unconfident Diego Costa will derail your whole season, and a very confident Diego Costa will win you the Premier League.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more that goes into it. I know N'Golo Conte is hunting down balls like a one-man wolf pack, and it's terrifying for any opposing team to go against. And I understand, is Courtois still in goal? Yes, he is, for Chelsea. And he's been playing phenomenal, and he's commanding the back four very well. It's not just Diego Costa, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, I'm not sure if Manchester United is the right call either.
For Carrasco or for Gareth Bale?
I think for Gareth Bale. I think Gareth Bale would be crazy to leave Real Madrid.
So do I. I think it's
going to be a hard case.
It's his throne.
Unless he wants the money. You know? Or if he's dying to get back to the Premier League to prove something.
I think he already proved.
He didn't win with Tottenham.
No,
right? Maybe he wants that title.
He took Tottenham.
But he's got everything else. He's won La Liga. He's won a Champions League. He's made the best you can possibly pretty much do in the Euros.
For Wales, of
course.
For
Wales, like you're really hitting the height of what you can possibly be as a great footballer, all-around footballer.
I think that it might be this is just a casual conversation with no real substance to what Gareth Bale is thinking. I think that there's in the same way that people grow up in Spain wanting to play for Real Madrid and win La Liga.
To go to England?
I think people do grow up in England. I may be wrong, thinking I want to win the Premier League, and more often than not, the harsh reality is you'd have to join. You have to join Manchester United.
All I think about is winning the MLS Cup with the Red Bulls.
Said no one ever, unless he was considering that. So I think Gareth Bale's best bet is, I think the only time Gareth Bale would stay with Real Madrid because the throne is ready for him to just sit upon as soon as Ronaldo decides when it is time to decline.
When he goes to Manchester United?
But he could go back there as well.
Or
Maybe
MLS.
both of them could go. Everyone could just go to Manchester United. But Carrasco wouldn't be a decent signing for Chelsea because I don't think, is he going to offer any more than Pedro, Willian is already offering in the wide areas. They've got Moses doing a job in there. Hazard.
Willian.
He's got youth, yeah.
Willian and who just met Pedro. They're not young.
They're not in their.
They're not old.
But I just don't think that he's
squad
be
depth. What if he was like a reserve role?
I think Chelsea next year are looking to push.
$87 million.
A squad player for $87 million. Very good. Very good.
Never mind.
Gareth Bale
shut up now.
To Manchester United. Man United fans, what do you think of this? Rio Ferdinand wants it. There's been rumours for the past couple of years that it should be happening. Carrasco to Chelsea. Let us know in the comment section below.
Next week, teaser for a clip. There was an Instagram post, the 6 worst haircuts in football history. It's one of them is Ronaldo's
with his shaved front?
No, everything else shaved, and the top is Cristiano when he was on
the blonde
Manchester United.
Valderrama had a massive afro.
A shaved head, and then I don't even know. It looked like Cake Boss.
There was Taribo West, a Nigerian who had like little parts all green all over his hair. What are you doing? Are you cleansing your aura?
I don't know. It's Edwin's birthday. Everyone in the comment section say happy 87th birthday, Edwin. Yes. Woo. Sorry, he was born in 87. Happy 29th 30th birthday, Edwin.